Yo, what up? My name is Don, and today we're going to be checking out the 8th track off Lamb of God's brand new album, Into Oblivion, which they just released earlier today. This one is called Bully, and I'm really interested to see how they carry on the energy from the previous two tracks. We just checked out St. Catherine's Wheel, and we skipped over Blunt Force Blues because I had previously checked that one out and reacted to it just a couple weeks ago on February 28th, 2026. So go back and watch that one. We're going to carry on and listen to Bully here. Like I said, can't wait to see how they wrap up the album with the next 3 songs because St. Catherine's Wheel was absolutely incredible. I remember the reaction I did to Blunt Force Blues a couple weeks ago. That one's a bit of a tongue twister. It wasn't really the most enjoyable song, so it's kind of been hit and miss throughout this entire album, but overall, I have enjoyed it. So without further ado, let's hop right in and check out Bully by Lamb of God. Take it away, Brandy.
Inside a massacre, the gameless system for your grift. A poison legacy spawned another nepotist. Hammers at the steeplechase, a race to suicide. Failing up to last place, drunken fratricide. Stripped, broken branches, on a tree of promises. Strive, treachery.
I love that tone, man. The guitar sounds make me super happy here. If I could get this tone. Disgusting. Okay, I got some thoughts on that one. It's not bad. It's easy to listen to. I feel like it's easy to listen to, but um I for some reason in that one I felt like why are the drums borderline the most clear instrument that I can hear? Like the um I forget what the effect or thing is called when the guitars just sound like they are in the background. Low filter or something, low pass filter or something like that. Anyways, the guitar dynamics throughout the entire album are fantastic. I really like how they play with different um kind of like locations in the audio space. They play with different like volume levels and stuff like that. The drums in this one felt really in your face, and I couldn't help but it really uh pushes home the fact that the things that irritate me about Art Cruz's drumming in this song specifically, I don't really get this feeling in the other songs, but in this one specifically, it's just front and center, front and center, front and center. It's front and center in right here. I can hear it like it. That's the thing. All the other instruments are like placed around the drums right here, and which seems like it would make sense. But I just mean in terms of like dynamic audio levels or whatever. It's so irritating. Because again, I feel like I'm being constantly reminded snare, 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 snare. So, overall, it was okay. I wish there was more kind of variance in maybe the pace. Again, the drums can dictate that even if the tempo doesn't change. The drums can dictate that with different drum fills and stuff like that. And because most of the drum fills didn't feel the same, and most of the patterns felt pretty generic. I don't know. So it's not to hate on simple songs overall in the overall song structure. It's to say that while a song can still be simple or low BPM or mid-tempo BPM, it can still be melodically interesting, or even drums can have a melody, right? They do make different sounds. So I'm not getting that melody. It almost feels like not it's not like I'm hating on AC/DC, for example. This is my example. This is example. But not all rock songs have to sound like AC/DC drumming, right? AC/DC drumming, same every song. That's kind of the let's take that example and apply it to Art Cruz's drumming Lamb of God, and that's where I'm at with that. So, yeah, let's get back into it and tell you guys what I like and dislike. So, one of the things I like is I really like the it almost feels like you're opening a book, with the way that these mid-tempo, or even the previous song that we did, St. Catherine's Wheel, I believe, kind of, it had a little faster part, but then it broke into like a slower section to kind of reintroduce the song and kind of layer it up and stuff like that. So I love what the guitars are doing here. The guitars are really the one building up the energy and the anticipation. So, right, when I'm headbanging here, I feel like in my head I'm following what the guitar is doing. And every time that in this song, it's almost like the drums are a bit forgettable for me. And when I clue back in that the drums are doing anything, all I hear in my head a lot of the time is spamming, double kicks and spamming the snare, but it feels uncreatively. It just feels like he's just doing it to have something to fill. So I don't know, man. It's crazy because I don't think any drummer has ever irritated me so much. I hope he never sees these. Yeah. I don't mind it, but it's a pretty forgettable song, I'll be completely honest. That's just the way I feel about it. Still, in saying that, the guitar and the vocals are excellent. Like this part, the guitar and the drum, I feel like the drums could have done a way better job to build up that riff that the guitars were doing. Sometimes it feels like they're not working cohesively, but working just alongside each other in their own lane. And I hate when songs feel like that, right? It's like they didn't talk to each other musically. Obviously they did, but that's just how I feel as a listener. What was that? A bunch of snare fills? It was, wasn't it? And then this half tempo stuff. I love half tempo stuff when it's done well. I don't necessarily feel like he does it well. I don't know if there's a better way to do that. I gotta talk to some drummers, man. I'm gonna have to like call up my drummer friend and be like, bro, can we talk about this? Like, I'm gonna need a therapist, for a drumming therapist. I'm not even a drummer, bro. I just snare. You know? That's my contribution of lyrics to this song. Maybe it's the way his snare sounds. Like, maybe other drummers are like, bro, but he is doing a bunch of different stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's because his snare is just so bloody annoying. Why is it the only thing I can hear all the time? Love the dissonant and chaotic sounds. Yeah, I love the distant and chaotic sounds that they're using in the song here. Some of my favorite breakdowns from prior Lamb of God songs, some older Lamb of God songs, are actually when they're using those dissonant chords amongst some dirty chopped up chugging. Makes me pretty happy. Cool. Let's pause before it goes into the next track. Yeah, so not really my favorite. That and Bully. That was Bully. That and the previous one that I reacted to a couple weeks now ago, Blunt Force Blues. Not really my favorite, and so I mean, hopefully that can turn around with the last two songs on the album. But here's hoping. For now, leave your comments down below on what you think on the song Bully. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.